Today is Halloween, one of my favorite times of year, so let's talk about some horror games that actually scare me. First one up on the list, which is always the first one, is Outlast. This game, even years later, still scares me, and basically it is a first-person horror game where you play as Miles Upshur, who's an investigative journalist investigating Mount's massive asylum. Along his way, he comes across some terrifying truths, including a big bald man who calls you little pig and then chases you around the entire asylum. What makes this game so scary though is that you can't defend yourself. All you can do is run away and hide, and then you have a camera which has night vision, which is how you're able to see, but you also have to find batteries in order to keep the camera on. Next one on the list is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, one of my favorite Resident Evil games and also one that absolutely scares me. So this is the first Resident Evil game that is played with a brand new character and a completely different perspective. So you play as Ethan Winters, who visits the Baker family farm in order to go scoop up his wife Mia after receiving a video from her. But when he gets there, he discovers that the Baker family farm is not at all what it turned out to be. I just think this game is absolutely terrifying, especially when you're playing as the dad. I forgot his name. The mom, not so much, even though she does have some really cool powers. Next on the list is Silent Hill 2. The Silent Hill 2 remake recently came out, and this is a psychological horror slash thriller that focuses on James Sunderland. James. He goes back to Silent Hill in search of his wife after he gets a letter from her saying that she is there, even though she has passed away. And along the way, it is just such an eerie game where the jump scares do actually get me. And it's basically a story of grief and guilt as James is following through Silent Hill looking for his wife. There's some scary enemies up in there, but my favorite though is Pyramid Head. Next up on the list is Little Nightmares 2, but let me tell you, these nightmares are far from being little. So this one follows Mono, who has his ally Six, which if you remember Six is the protagonist in the first Little Nightmares game. And they basically are going through this very terrifying area with these grotesque figures. Also just has this very unique art style that I appreciate. And last has to be an honorable mention only because it was unfortunately canceled before it could become a full game, and that is PT. If y'all remember that playable teaser that came out some years ago, I think it was supposed to be like a Silent Hill game or maybe a sequel in the series. I don't know. If y'all know, let me know. But that was absolutely terrifying. That one was also very terrifying. There are many more on the list, of course, but these are the top ones that pop into my head when I think about scary games. So let me know down below which are your favorite horror games and what are some games that you are either too afraid to play or too afraid to replay. And I will see you in my next one.